Well, it's time for sports, and my name is Abigail Senasusu. 24 hours after the FIFA Normalization Committee had a press-up with sportsmen and women, they are currently meeting club owners from the Premier and Division 1 clubs at the same venue, that's the Alisa Hotel, to familiarize with the club owners as part of their efforts to develop a roadmap for the game. But prior to this meeting, Dr. Kofi Amoah, who is the head of the Normalization Committee, says that there are key priorities to make sure football returns very soon.
We've met with Galka. Everybody wants to start playing football again. We don't think the players should be punished unnecessarily for too long. Let me say this. What we are thinking is a novel competition. And until we raise the money that we think we need to make it do, I don't want to talk too much about it. But the bottom line is that if you look at the cost that a club has to incur to participate in a league, and if the prize monies laid in there really fall short to the cost of participation, we are impoverishing our clubs. And therefore we have to start thinking of what magnets can we think of to bring into football. Number one, to increase attendance at the venue places where the matches are being played, to improve viewership on television, to practice the game in a way that makes it interesting for a potential sponsor. We've been going around talking to potential sponsors, and we are listening to what they are saying. You know, our football at this particular moment is not viewed as something positive. And the corporate world don't want to be associated with anything that's not positive.
There'll be more for that meeting with club owners from Division and Premier League sides in subsequent bulletins. But the draw for this year's Africa Women Cup of Nations will be held this Sunday here in Accra, and Ghana will welcome 7 other countries for this championship, which begins from November 17th up until December 1st. As ahead of that, the mascot for the tournament, Agrohima, as part of her media tour of Accra, visited here at the multimedia premises, and my colleague Selwyn Saki had this interaction with her.
Agrohima, the mascot, visited us here as part of her tour of media houses across the country to create awareness and whip up support for the Black Queens ahead of the tournament, which kicks off next month. She first made a stop at the post-production office where she interacted and took pictures with staff. Her last stop was at the Joy newsroom where she met colleagues as some took the opportunity to take pictures. Her tour of the media houses will continue, and this for them is to create awareness ahead of the competition.
Okay, well, that'll be all for sports. My name is Abigail Senasusu.
Change is a constant in the world we live in today. This week on the Executive Lounge, I'm joined by the Managing Director of SIC Insurance Company Limited, Mr. Stephen K. Otero, as he shares his plans for a revolution in the insurance sector, starting with his company.
I don't see the reason why people living in Circle don't buy flood insurance, but they run to NADMO. What is NADMO going to do for you? They'll give you a secondary school mattress for you to sleep on. And where are you going to sleep? So we need to go out there, forget about the air conditioning office, go out there and let people know the advantages of having insurance.
The Executive Lounge is empowered by Villa Monticello, Ghana's premium boutique hotel. Villa Monticello, your home of tranquility.
On the international front, Cameroon's Constitutional Council is set to announce the results of a 7th October presidential election after rejecting all 18 petitions calling for the partial or total cancellation of the vote. The last of the petitions to be thrown out was that of Joshua Osei, the candidate of the main opposition party SDF. He wanted the whole election cancelled on the grounds that voting did not take place in the English-speaking regions as a result of a secessionist uprising there. Mr. Osei said it will be a form of apartheid if the president were to be voted in without the participation of parts of the country. While the council thought the complaint had some merit, it was thrown out for lack of evidence. With all petitions dismissed, the Constitutional Council is now set to declare the final results of the election by October 22. That's it for the international news. Stay tuned in.
Our planet is sitting on a time bomb. Ghana is at the mercy of the drastic impact of climate change, unmitigated sunshine, unpredictable rainfall, and depleting soil fertility, among others. How can the country deal with the threat of climate change while solving some of its basic problems? In a series of human-centered stories, we shine a light on some of the most basic innovative ideas that could help bring change and what the Ghana Climate Innovation Center is doing to scale up these ideas. Showing on Joy News on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11:30 a.m.
There's a compelling reason to make a date with PM Express. We analyze the